Welcome back. In this lecture, we're going to talk about winning conditions. We want to display that the player won as soon as they've cleared the zone, meaning they've killed all the drones. And we want to transition to the player won state, as well as disable the player input. So let's get started. Okay, so we have a way to lose. It's time to make a way to win. Now, we need to win once we've cleared the zone. And that means we need to check if we have cleared the zone each time one of the drones dies. Now, we have a function called drone died, where we update our game mode's count of the number of drones, and we update the HUD. Now, we need to check here to see if the number of drones has reached 0 or less. So let's get our number of drones variable here, and let's check to see if it's less than or equal to 0, and we can use a branch for this. Now, if it's less than or equal to 0, we should win the game. Now, I'd like to make a function to handle what happens when we win. So let's create a new function and call this player won. Now, in player won, we're going to do several things. First, we're going to set our session state. So let's set that, and we're going to set it to the player won state. That's the first thing. Now, next we need to set our HUD. So let's get our game mode HUD, and we're going to set the announcement first. So let's get our announcement and use set text. And we're going to set the text to tell us that the player won. So let's set this to you win. And we can also disable player input, which means we can call our function disable player input. All right, so we can test this out, but we need to make sure we're calling this. So we're going to go into our drone died function. And if our number of drones has reached 0, then we can call player won. So let's test this out. Now, I don't think I can clear a zone of even just 2 drones in 5 seconds. So I'm going to set time remaining to 60 and see how this works. So we have a warm-up stage. Now we're in the in-progress state, and if I kill this drone, drones remaining is 1, and if I kill this drone, I won. Awesome. Okay, so this is all great, except there could be some issues with this implementation, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by adding more drones to the level. So let's add a couple more drone pawns. It's okay that they don't have their patrol points set yet. We can do that a little later on, but I'm going to set enough drones to kill me and see what happens. So I'm going to aggro these drones, and it looks like I should have died. I have 0 health, but we haven't implemented the player died state just yet. Now let's see if I kill this drone, what happens. It looks like I won even though I was dead. So I've got a quick and easy challenge for you. Check the player's health and make sure we only win if the player hasn't died. Pause the video and do this now. So to make this check, we can go into our game mode and we can go into player won. And before we do anything, we can get our player pawn. So let's get player pawn. Let's cast it to FPS character, and we'll get the health. So let's get our health variable, get health, and let's check to make sure that it's still greater than 0. And we'll use a branch and use this as the condition. And only if this is true, only if the character is still alive, then we can win the game. Transition to player won, set the you win announcement, and disable player input. So let's see how this works. Okay, so I'm going to let these drones bring my health down. Okay, so I should have died. We'll implement death soon. And now I'm going to clear the zone. But I don't win, and I shouldn't win because my health is 0. So we're not going to transition into the winning state in that case. Great. All right, so we now have a winning condition. The only thing left is to implement player death, and we'll do that in the next video. I'll see you soon.